What is up, guys? In today's video we have an inside the mind style video. I'm going to walk you through my thoughts and decisions as I play in Fortnite Zero Build. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like to see more, and comment down below which of the named POIs on this map are your favorite to land at. Mine is definitely Cletus Cornhole. I've pretty much enjoyed all of the farm POIs that we've had throughout like the various Fortnite maps, and with how this season plays, the early game can be incredibly chaotic, and you just kind of get in like chain third-party situations. And with how this POI is a bit more like spread out, I feel like that kind of happens a little bit less here. Definitely can still happen, and the fact that it was like the first spot on the bus path this game might make it a little more, you know, chaotic than normal. But a lot of times it's like you'll have people that land here, but it's not just like way too many. And it's also just a good amount of loot. There's a good amount of cars here. This building has burgers, and so I'll be able to quickly get to full shield and have my favorite healing item to carry, which even with the nerf of burgers going from 6 in a stack to 3, it's still far and away my favorite healing item to carry because of how fast you can use them. And I've had people comment that like splashes are faster now, or just as fast, but like, you know, you can carry a bit more splashes. But the thing about it is, with the splashes, you need to be on the ground to like heal yourself with it, because you need to like throw it at the ground to, and then be in the radius. You can't just like shockwave and then use it while in the air. And that's something that matters a lot to me, because the reason why I think burgers are so good is because of how fast you can use them. And that makes them like the best heal for like resetting a fight or dealing with bad timing or dealing with a bad situation, which are often going to be the moments that kind of like make or break your game. Like you can shockwave away, and then I can probably eat 3 burgers in the time that my character is traveling after shockwaving. Whereas like most of the other heals, like splashes especially, you can't even start healing until you hit the ground. Even the heals that you can use while in the air, like you have to use it for a bit longer to receive all the healing. Like chug jugs have more healing per inventory slot, but because there's like a start time to the animation, I can't just eat it and then like be done healing while my health regens. And I feel like that's really helpful. Like, if I need to shockwave away, I can eat burgers and then like immediately be gun up, ready to like get shots on the person again, ready to shockwave away again, not have to like restart and stop that animation. Unfortunately, that one guy gets away. Should I use a deodorant gun? At this point in time, I'm like happy with the amount of shockwaves I have, but I would still like different loot. I would rather have attack shotgun than the thunder shotgun. I'd rather have Mr. Blasty than the infantry rifle. And then I'd also rather have something else in this machine pistol. I'm not a huge fan of this item. Right now I just have it for to combo with the thunder, since it needs an SMG more. And like this combo can be brutal in close range, but not really what I want to carry. That is always my favorite thing to do in this game, is just shockwave through walls onto people. It worked out perfectly. Yo, mind your business. Did not mean to hit you, brother. Was there a suppressed AR here? Yeah. Not what I wanted. We can go back and get more burgers. There should still be some on the box or the plate or whatever, because I ended up using other heals off spawn too. I didn't just like eat 3 burgers immediately off rep. Not as great on shockwaves anymore either, because I used some in that fight. Use this. Eat them. Don't eat them, take them. Shockwaves, please. Nope. We just go though, probably. If my loot is okay, I would just like better stuff of what I already have pretty much. Thing. I just heard a car. Don't really have anywhere in particular I want to go right now. Kind of looking for people. Radio tower is going to spawn here, but I don't really care that much about actually getting this. Maybe I can right away. I hate like doing it when they're like up the mountain. It's such a struggle. Like, forecast is something that's like always useful or always good in Fortnite, but I feel like the degree to which it's useful is a bit less this season just because of how the pacing of things play. And a lot of times trying to deal with this, you just end up getting like chain third-partied and stuff. Or just getting weird timing, which timing is like so influential this season. This is bad. Fighting someone who has dashes active when you don't is such a struggle. And I didn't know that he had dashes active until I had already kind of gone for that. I don't know if this guy saw me go into the bush or not. But yeah, basically what I was saying eventually happened. Where like, coast seems clear to get this. The guards spawned like right next to the thing. So I was like, I'll figure I'll do it. And then we just get like chain third-partied off it. Probably should have swapped to my AR earlier on this guy, but he was still within shotgun range for a lot of it. And I didn't want to like swap to... This man fished like so many floppers. I didn't want to swap to my AR and then have him just dash on me and be in shotgun range. Like I was hoping he would dash on me. And then being on the shotgun would have been beneficial. But yeah, when the guards are like all the way up there, I feel like killing them and then bringing the card down to here is just like so much potential bad timing. And with how influential timing is in things this season, it's just like avoiding that bad timing I think is more beneficial than forecast. We'll see how dead the lobby is, but like a lot of lobbies this season, once you get to endgame, is very dead. And so like, sure, seeing zone reveal is somewhat helpful. It's not like as big of a deal as it would be in a lot of other seasons, I feel like. Just because of how the game plays. I would like to go down to this donut rain area. The donut rain leaves a lot of loot left behind when it's done. And I don't have any shockwaves, and I would like to get more. The donut rain is over. I want to find this guy and kill him, though. I don't know for sure if that was the one out of the car, but I think it was. But I never really saw him. But I want to just go kill the guy that was like coming from that car and then get the loot afterwards. Again, the timing on that fight matters so much more than anything else. Like he didn't even really get to play in the fight. Just dash on him, hit him hard, and GG's. Nice. But yeah, these donuts have like chests on them and stuff. And so you can loot the chests afterwards. But also, while the donuts are falling, they usually kind of break each other. And so there's like usually like large piles of loot left behind. I don't see any this match for some reason. I don't know if I haven't found it or what. But those large piles of loot that are left behind can like often just get you like full stacked on like mobility and stuff. Maybe I should have pushed off the first shot, but I just like didn't feel that excited to do so. Dude, what? They don't miss? Plate of burgers here. I would like to take them, but I also just don't want to get timinged on. GG's. My gosh. I think these give white heals. Okay, nice. Now we can carry more burgers. Maybe not if the car wants to keep me. 5 opponents remaining. I don't know why. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was going to say, I don't know why that Spartan didn't chase me, but I guess I just didn't have mobility. I don't know if this is worth doing. Hopefully we like net positive on shockwaves here. I'm surprised he's pushing this. I did like a lot of damage to him already. He doesn't have any more shockwaves for me though, so we're only on 1. There may be more left behind down in that donut rain area, but I feel like I didn't really get to like look through as much of it as I would have liked. And now a lot of it's not in zone. Please give me shockwaves. Rip. I don't know. I just didn't find like the huge pile of loot that's usually left behind. Maybe there's more loot over here. Nothing. 3 opponents remain. More donut rain happening here. Okay, so I think I'm going to wait for this to pass and then go and loot up there. We can maybe look to get shots into town square, but including this is worth it for the shocks. Look at this size of zone though. This is what I was saying about like not needing forecast really. Like this zone is gigantic for this amount of people. You can get hit by these and take a lot of damage, so you got to be careful like looting while it's happening. But like since timing is like not that favorable for me on this, then we'll just trying to do this. Just finding one additional spawn of shockwaves would be huge for me. I took damage. Nice. That's like not what I wanted. But yeah, just having like 3 instead of 1 is such a deal changer. Like game changer. But it doesn't seem like I'm gonna get any. That stinks. Gotta be careful dashing because you can take fall damage with these dashes. You like dash off a high surface. You could jump off a high surface and then dash before you hit the ground to like save yourself from the fall. But if you just straight dash from too high and then don't have another dash to use again before you hit the ground, then you can take fall. Donut rain happened at this POI as well, so the same thing. We might be able to just find some loot. Usually at this POI, the large loot pile is like in the center or at the front of that building. But also like being in the center area is so bad, I might have to just use my 1 shockwave to get out of a bad situation. Before I even find more. Please, 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 Fortnite. They hate me. Yep, nothing. Shooting. This guy has the Mr. Krusty one too, which is like rough to fight against. This guy needs to die. Best case scenario for me would be they fight and it's like a messy fight where both people take damage. But it seems like that's not gonna happen. I want to fight right now. I don't know what's going on. He's just staying in the storm because he has splashes. He's gonna say I want to fight right now because he just used his balloon shot on me. No, I don't want to enter the phone game. And so like fighting while he can't balloon me would be good, but he just like headshot me with the revolver as I pushed him, I think. Get the kill, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get the exotic. I have no additional heals. I don't know where the other guy went. He was like back in one of those buildings back there, but I assume he left. Hopefully he's not in this bush. Okay. Zone pulls my way. We could look for additional loot in this building, but it looks like it's already been picked through. I don't know how likely it is I find shield in there. I don't know if it would have been worth to try to grab the loot off the guy I killed. Because he had a chug jug. I just didn't think I'd be able to get it. And then like also heal and stuff. And I assumed the final enemy would have like line of sight on that fight. And so I just wanted to not spend time there. He shockwave, but that's not where zone is. Zone is on the other side here. If I had the balloon one right now, it'd be so good. Griefing my cover, which is smart. I think he's going to try to shock in. And then I'm just going to have to hopefully hit him with this pistol out of the sky. And do enough damage to where, like, the fight is winnable by the time he gets to me. Maybe he doesn't have shockwaves. Okay, he's just dead. Jeez. Fight shouldn't have been winnable, but like the very nature of me being alive there is like kind of what made it be winnable. Like things were bad, but I still had like pretty decent confidence I would win just because I didn't get third partied and die in storm. He should have been like trying way harder to hold me. That was unfortunate though. I probably should have shot a little bit later on that Jules, the one that had the Mr. Krusty one. Because I shot too early and then they ended up not fighting and he just pushed me instead. But if he pushed into that building to fight the player who ended up getting second, it probably would have been an easier game to win. But Fortnite hated me that game. The struggle is real. As always, if you guys enjoyed this, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.